Hello, welcome back to Oolykee Gaming, welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Mode Monday. Today we have a refinery, trams and trains, everything one would wish for. Right, around, I think I wanted to say it was more than 30 mods, but I think it's less than 30 mods were released in the last 7 days. To be honest, I recorded the last episode 6 days ago, so we are around the target of 30 mods per week. Anyway, a lot of maps were released. I'm going to be showing only one, so go and check out. There's a lot of beautiful maps released in the last 6 days. Alexander Tarasov and the Colossus 6000. The Colossus 6000 truck crane, the largest truck crane manufactured in the UK, replaces 80 employees. Years of production 1972 to 1977. Right, so this is a beautiful example of high-end machinery that you can have in the game. We're going to show the pictures from the Steam workshop as well. I'm not going to demonstrate how it works. I'm going to leave that to you. But what we're gonna do while we are here, we're gonna be comparing this vehicle to something in vanilla. Now we do have road cranes from the American countries. This would be from the NATO countries that you can purchase in dollars. You can see here we have the USA 1970 to 1990, and then we have the Colossus. So we're gonna see what the difference is. You can see the price tag is around 4 or 5 times more, and look at the size difference. One other thing I would like to just double check the road cranes. How many people are required to operate? 58 here and 80 here. It's quite realistic. I wouldn't say that is underpowered compared to this, compared to its size and cost. So definitely something that it's not cheaty at all. Okay, let's check the photos. Right, so here we have the photos of it being in operation. So you have the beautiful crane deployed here. It's absolutely ginormous. And then the last one will be comparable to some of the vanilla buildings. It's absolutely huge, but definitely worth the price if you want to have something nice in your country like this. Anyway, not a cheaty mod, link in the description of the video. Škoda Elektra by Anna Matis. Škoda Elektra is a trade name of the line of trams made by a Czech company Škoda Transportation of Pilsed, or Škoda, it's written there. The designation applies for both unidirectional, bidirectional vehicles and parts of the vehicles except 06T and 10T were created by Porsche Design Group. The vehicles are built in the Škoda factory in Pilsen. Availability 2005 to 2016. Capacity is 201, 210, 241, and includes 13T Brno trams, 14T Prague, 3 liveries, 16T Wrocław, 2 liveries, and then a 19T Wrocław. These are the cities that they are servicing. And then of course you have a link to another pack of these similar mods from the same creator. So from my perspective, I didn't see a lot of difference on the outside other than skins. Obviously capacity and internal design is probably what differentiates these vehicles one from another. So for example, this one has capacity of 241, this one is 210, and then 210 and 201. 210, yes, 201, 210, 210, and 241. Obviously, internal design is different, and where they are in the cities, you get the different colors. You cannot change the color scheme on them. You have to, well, you can, but you have to buy a different ones if you want them for the different cities, as you can see here. The last ones here, I think they should be from Wrocław. This one doesn't have any color scheme, but hey ho. They're absolutely beautiful models. Anyway, for more details, oh no, let's check out the price. Now, one awkward thing about them is they're purchased by using dollars. So 13T, 14T, 16T, and 19T. These are the models that you can see. Unfortunately, for dollars, we don't have any trams because dollar countries don't like using trams. So we can't compare it to anything. We can go for rubles models, for example. By the way, just bear in mind that these are late game trams. They do still seem to be a little bit more on affordable side. No, they're more expensive than anything that Vanilla has to offer in dollars even. So anyway, for more details, link in the description of the video. Jakubik's 12345 and Tatra 138 and 148 CA S32 fire truck. The Tatra models fire trucks made in Czechoslovakian firefighting equipment company Colossus, equipped with a high capacity tank with water/foam and powerful pump. These vehicles were mostly issued to fire stations in larger cities and industrial sites. Both models were widely exported to other communist nations including Poland, GDR, Hungary, USSR, Cuba and Vietnam. The mod adds two new line trucks that will be 138 and 148. Both trucks come with 3 different paint schemes to choose from. Anyway, there's a description of paint scheme. Oh, I'm gonna read it. Czechoslovakian Hasiči, GDR Feuerwehr, and Polish Straż Pożarna. So you can see here the first two are Feuerwehr, that's the German one, and then I do not recognize the skins because they don't have any language on it. Maybe I would recognize if it was Polish or Czech, but these are the other two skin. And of course the blinky blink over here is Oolykee having a problem with too many mods, I'm still assuming, and it's just blinking, but it would be the same skin like this one. So you can see 148, 138, the same here, 148, 138, and of course the GDR versions over here. Let's compare this to vanilla trucks. Luckily these ones are purchased by using rubles, and we're gonna go for the fire trucks. We're gonna go and find our T138 and 148 vehicles. You can see here that they are speed 28, they're both more or less the same, and comparable to vanilla ones, they are approximately 5-6 times more expensive, and more expensive than everything that Vanilla has to offer next to Tatra 815, which is also a late game truck. So quite realistic, not a cheaty. Link in the description of the video. Coal-Liqification Liquification Plant 2.0, sorry about that, by Neko Tony Derbro, version 2.0 of Coal-Liqification Plant. He made a CLP, a bit more realistic, optimized and balanced. Coal-Liqification is a process of converting coal into liquid fuels and petrochemicals, yada yada yada. So produces 100 tons of fuel, 20 tons of bitumen, and 1.6 tons of oil, uses 1.3 tons of chemicals and 350 tons of coal. The model is Jutland's oil refinery. Please check it out, and there's a link to that. Hopefully there was no issues with this with Jutland, but this is the Coal-Liqification Plant, liquefaction plant that uses, as advertised, 1.3 tons of chemicals, 350 tons of coal, and produces 100 tons of fuel, 20 tons of bitumen, and 1.6 tons of coal. This is for your little countries that have a lot of coal and you would like to use it for something a little bit more productive, like producing liquid, more dense energies. Now, since this has a unique ring to it, I don't know if we should be comparing it to any vanilla buildings, but we can give it a go. So compared to refinery, it's a little bit more expensive and produces less. It does have the same amount of workers, so I don't see any questionable about it. It just gives us more options. It's quite expensive. It's not a cheaty mode. It doesn't seem to be a cheaty mode, and definitely something that I'm going to be testing out in my Let's Plays. Anyway, for more details, link in the description of the video. Alexander Tarasov and E652B, a pack of 3 machines based on a E652B excavator. Backhoe excavator replaces 22 workers, crane replaces 15 workers, and wrecking ball, especially for demolition offices. Years of production are 1968 to 1968 to 19 85. Right, so this is a crane and works as a crane. I'm just gonna go and speed this up because we are trying to demonstrate how it works, but unfortunately our little vehicle here is taking a little bit longer to reload. Right, so this is a set, says 3, but unfortunately I only found 2 of them. Let's try to go all the way here and find if I can see where the mods start. They should start shortly. I only found 1 through. Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. This is the last one, the last model we have. Can we have you work? There we go. Oh wow, wrecking ball is for the demolition offices, like an excavator that actually wrecks the ball. So let's try this. Let's try this. Let's remove the wrecking ball and put the excavator because he should be here, or it should be here. We are parking there so we can see how the excavator works. I will skip the road crane because it just rotates with a crane similar to what wrecking ball did, but it's quite similar. But this guy should be moving a little bit more different. Oh yeah, this is really nice. Quite nice animation. I don't like the yellows, I have to say. They are nice and dirty, but I think some more lines should be visible on it. But just my 2 cents, just a coloring scheme would be. And the reds might be a little bit too, I don't know, colors, something with the colors. Anyway, what about the price tag? I hear you ask. If we go to the purchasing with rubles and we're gonna go for the excavators. We have the vanilla one Stalinets, no, sorry, not the Stalinets, but E10011D. This one is level 33, this is level 22, and it's more expensive, definitely not a cheaty mod. 33, same as vanilla, but more expensive, definitely not a cheaty mod. So this is a really beautiful mod if you want to have something a little bit more different. A little bit different. There we go. Link in the description of the video. Somad and compact steel mill. This is a compact steel mill based off original model and textures that I made a year ago in Blender and forgot about. Sorry, all stats are roughly based off the original, but approximately half the price. See the pictures for full stats. There are also alternate versions of the building. This greatly increases the cost of building over 700,000 rubles, and the power usage needs 4 megawatts direct connection to use server drive content. Let me know in the comments if you have any issues. PS, all credits go to 3 divisions of model and textures, not to mention the excellent work they did bring out such an awesome game with all the bugs that it comes from. Wait, that's the last comment is from me. But anyway, so this is a steel mill. Looks like it has a lot of models from the vanilla steel mill, a lot of parts. Train, I'm gonna criticize for the way that I don't like that. I would like to have a steel mill without a train connection, but just because if you don't want to use this, like, steel mill is a one thing, train connection should be another one. Should have industrial connections connecting to it, so you can connect proper train system to it. So, you know, you can choose if you want trucks to deliver this or the trains. But I have to say, 21 tons of steel, that's a lot of production per day, even though it does require a lot of workers too. Okay, so let's see the metal works over here, and then steel mill. You can see here that some of the chimneys are perfectly exactly the same as vanilla, and as some of them here in the factory. And you can see here this staircase also kind of fits almost perfectly, almost perfectly. And some of the buildings here are similar to the ones that that are used in the mods, which is perfectly fine. We have something more affordable, a little bit smaller, but let's actually compare the price tag first. So this is compact steel mill. We're gonna have to change this to the rubles in order to see how much it's gonna cost us. We have the steel mill 100,000. This is twice the price. It's approximately half. It's approximately everything has been halved. I would like it to be even more, maybe harder to operate this smaller one, because obviously, you know, you have quantity at scale, but other than that, I have absolutely no complaints. Well, except the railroad. I would like it without railroad as well, you know, just so you can have some options. This way you don't have options, it has rails, even though if you're gonna use it or not. Anyway, that's it. not a cheaty mod, link in the description of the video. Pythagoras 991 and DR Series 241 livery pack. This is pack of skins for the model that is already in the game. So 7 skins for DR series of the previously mentioned locomotive. Tables of content, white, orange. Okay, so there's a 7 describe what they are. Author of the modification Pythagoras 991. Unauthorized distributor. Okay, whatever. You have the link in the description if you want to read more. I have to say straight away, it's really nice that you can adjust the vanilla trains to whatever region you are playing with, and I would say that most of these are absolutely beautiful. I would say I will criticize the bright red one. It's a little bit too clean, a little bit too bright. Something like, for example, the next one here looks perfectly natural, and even the next one after that, though, the full red one. Blue one, again, it has these blues, something like lighting on them feels a little bit odd or wrong, but all in all, I think it's a beautiful mod. It's a keeper for me. I'm gonna be using it myself. So this is not a this is just a visual change of the locomotives. This is not a new mod, so we can't compare it to anything because it's absolutely perfectly same as vanilla price-wise. It's just a different color scheme, so you can change it to whatever you wish it to be. Anyway, for more details, link in the description of the video. ROPS 074 and Lublinia 2 populated, doubled resources. The map is based on a real, though modified height map of the area near Lublin, Poland. The western part is hilly and even mountainous. However, the mountains aren't very tall. They reach about 500 meters. Several narrow, picturesque valleys cut through the mountains and allow you to build the roads and lay tracks to reach customs offices at the western border. Most of the mineral resources are located near the mountains. The eastern part, on the other hand, is mostly flat with gentle hills here and there. It's perfect for building cities and agriculture, but the biggest oil field is also located near there. The main river separating two parts is quite narrow, but it is accessible for smaller boats. You have to rebuild the brick bridge near Zlopolotsk, though. Resources quantity are double in comparison to the original map. Modification by Sabro. There are 3 towns and few smaller villages scattered around the map. Okay, let's inspect this. This is what was said there. We're gonna go and check out the Zlopolotsk. This is written differently than in the description, and this is the bridge that you're gonna have to rebuild. There's not many more bridges here. This is the only bridge on the map. Well, there is this one here. It's a wooden one, so if you want to use a harbor in this area, it's gonna be challenging, but not impossible. Piedansk. Right, so this is a rework of ROPS's map, which was really low on resources, and I'm really happy that there is this one now that is a little bit more affordable or easier to play. That comes with populated version and unpopulated. I'm a big fan of populated versions just because it adds a little bit more touch of what the author wanted us to do in this case. Varstok here, yeah, I already played on this map, so this is absolutely gorgeous and brings back fond memories. Right, resources, as you can see here, it's a little bit more plentiful. I think they were around 25%. This looks like it's a 50% resources. Iron also in the hills. Some of it's also on the southeastern part. Oils are in the flatlands, uranium in the hillside and in the central part, and we have aluminium just on the foot of the hills. On this part, you start with around 4,500 to 5,000 people initially, so you can use that as a nice resource to begin with. And I totally remember building this Zlopolotsk town from the ground up, saving the streets and all that stuff. That was extremely fun for me. Maybe we're gonna do it again. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna say thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it, and if you want to support the channel, I have the description of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.